Greetings and hello, I am James Robert Lay, author of the best-selling book, Banking on Digital Growth, and host of the Banking on Digital Growth podcast. I'm looking forward to facilitating the upcoming Banking on Digital Growth Foundation's workshop. I'd like to invite you to attend because if you're like most financial brands, you've probably just dabbled in digital up to this point. What does that mean? Well, you've built a new responsive website. It looks good. You're sending more and more email, hopefully targeted and personalized, and perhaps maybe you're placing even more digital ads than you ever have before. You might also be posting more and more content on social media. But the problem is you feel frustrated because you or others you work with, you're not getting the results that you had hoped for, the results that you had expected. However, I bet if we look carefully, you've made some really good progress along the way. And when it comes to maximizing your future growth, progress is far better than perfection. You might also be feeling a little confused because right now you know digital growth is important, but you're not sure what you need to do next to get to where you want to go. And I get it. There is a lot to do, especially now that we have entered into the age of AI. And as we all know, the paradox of choice is really real. Or perhaps you're feeling slightly overwhelmed with all of the exponential changes that you keep reading and hearing about. For example, all of the exponential growth that has happened over the past few months around ChatGPT. And as a result, you feel stuck and you feel stagnant because you've been so busy doing good work. You just haven't had a time to pause, to review, to learn, to think about how you can do even better going forward into the future. Now, the good news is you're not the only one who is struggling to move forward and make progress along their digital growth journey. In fact, our ongoing research continues to find that around 80 to 85% of financial brands lack a well-defined digital growth strategy that provides them with two things: clarity and focus. And as a result, financial brand leaders, along with their teams, they're getting stuck and they're getting held back by four distinct fears. Number one, it's fear of the unknown. And the fear of the unknown is rooted in a lack of clarity. The second fear is the fear of change. And because there's a lack of clarity, because there's the fear of change, there's a lack of courage. And then there's the fear of failure, which is closely correlated with a lack of commitment. And then finally, there's the fear of success because there's a lack of confidence that goes all the way back to a lack of clarity. But this does not have to be the way it is for you. It doesn't have to be the way it is for your team. And I'd like to invite you to join me for a half-day foundational workshop where we're going to gain perspective into some of the biggest changes that have transpired over the past couple months and even a couple of years around technology, around consumer behavior, and how that impacts your financial brand. Now, I must warn you, this workshop is not a passive learning experience where I'm going to talk and drone on for 3 hours. That's because when you attend this workshop, you're going to be joining an interactive discussion where you're going to learn, number one, the most common but often unseen marketing and sales gaps that are creating pain and really costing you millions of dollars in loans and deposits. And that's not hyperbole. The second thing we're going to do is show you how to establish foundational consumer journeys that quickly create the greatest value for both marketing along with sales teams. And then number three, we're going to explore some key technologies that you can integrate to nurture and convert even more loans and deposits. Now, you're going to have a few choices when it comes to how you'd like to move forward when it comes to this workshop. First, you can register as an individual. You can register yourself to jumpstart your own journey and then go back to your team and teach them what you learned. The second option is that you can bring a small team together of up to 5 people. And I recommend a mix of marketing and sales and leadership team members so that you're all gaining a new perspective to learn a common language And as a result, you're going to find that you can accelerate your progress in your future growth because you're learning together. And then there's a third option, the VIP path, that I've reserved for just a very select few number of teams that value bespoke insights framed around their unique situation, which can only be gained through a 60-minute private AMA Ask Me Anything session following the workshop. Plus, each VIP team member is going to receive a signed copy of Banking on Digital Growth from my private reserve of books. It's a very limited edition that you cannot get anywhere else. So, no matter which path you choose, you're going to leave this workshop with confidence. You're going to leave this workshop feeling confident, knowing exactly what you need to do next on your own journey of growth to get some quick wins, to continue to move forward, and to continue to make progress by applying the practical insights that you take away to build and optimize your financial brand's marketing and sales systems for a digital world. So I look forward to seeing you soon. And as always, be well, do good, make your bed.